Hello everyone. In this video I am going to explain you the problems on thick cylinder. So let us take the problem. So a high pressure cylinder consists of a steel tube with inner and outer diameters of 20 and 40 mm respectively. It is jacketed by an outer steel tube having an outer diameter of 60 mm. Means it is a cylinder and it is jacketed by steel tube with an outer diameter of 60 mm. Means it is a compound cylinder with inner D1 is 20 mm, D2 is 40 mm and D3 is 60 mm. The tubes are assembled by shrinking process in such a way that maximum principal stress induced in any tube is limited to 100 Newton per mm square. Means this is the maximum allowable stress for the material which is used for the manufacturing of the cylinders. Calculate the shrinkage pressure and original dimensions of the tubes. So we need to find the original dimensions, means before assembly. What are the dimensions of the tubes? So this is again Young's modulus is given. It is 207 Newton per kilonewton per mm square. First of all, given data is D1 is given 20 mm, D2 40 mm, D3 60 mm. Maximum stress or allowable stress is 100 Newton per mm square. Young's modulus is 207 kilo Newton per mm square. So here we need to find the original dimensions. Calculate the shrinkage pressure and original dimensions. Okay. So first we have to find the shrinkage pressure. Then only we can find the original dimensions. So shrinkage pressure, if you want to find the shrinkage pressure, we can use the equation. Which equation we can use? That is maximum stress induced in the compound cylinder. So because maximum allowable stress is given, so we can use the maximum stress equation. So maximum stress is given by, that is tangential stress is given by P into D3 square plus D2 square by D3 square minus D2 square. So substitute the value of sigma T is 100. Means it is maximum permissible stress, maximum stress or allowable stress. P as it is D3 60 square plus 40 square divided by 60 square minus 40 square. So if you simplify, so you will get the P is equal to 38.46 Newton per mm square. So this is the shrinkage pressure. Next is, if you want to find the original dimensions, we need to find the deformation, that is delta. So already we know this equation. Delta is equal to P into D2 upon E. So 2 D2 square into bracket D3 square minus D1 square divided by into bracket D3 square minus D2 square, again D2 square minus D1 square. So substitute all the diameter values and P is 38.46 Newton per mm square and Young's modulus is 207 kilonewton per mm square. So that's why it is 10⁻⁵. So if you simplify, so you will get 0.0317 mm. Means it is the value of deformation. So here original dimensions means, so D1 and D3 will remain same. That is D1 means it is inner diameter of cylinder and D3 means it is outer diameter of the jacket. And D2 means it is also remains, D2 means it is outer diameter of cylinder. But inner diameter of jacket is, we need to find it. Inner diameter of original inner diameter of jacket. Inner diameter of jacket is given by 40 minus delta. D2 minus delta, that is 40 minus 0.0317. So it will be 39.9683 mm. So that is the problem, first problem. So let us see the next problem. Okay, let us see next problem. So shrinkage pressure, it is P is equal to 38.46 MPa. Internal pressure Pi is equal to 300 MPa. So it is also compound cylinder. D1, D2, D3 is given, and what we need to find is resultant stress. So here we need to find the resultant stress. So D1 is equal to 20, D2 is equal to 40 mm, D3 is equal to 60 mm. So first we need resultant stress, means first we need to find this at different radius, means at this point at inner radius and at the outer radius of the inner cylinder, or inner radius of the outer cylinder and at the outer radius of the jacket. So at the three different points we need to find this stress induced due to shrinkage pressure and stress induced due to internal pressure separately, and then we need to add the both stresses. So first let us say the stress induced due to shrinkage pressure. So it is for jacket and it is for the cylinder. First let us see for this cylinder. So this is the radial stress equation, already you know, and this is the tangential stress equation. Okay, okay. So next is, so here radial stress on the cylinder is given by the equation P into d2 square divided by d2 square minus d1 square into bracket 1 minus d1 square by 4r square. So if you substitute all the values of d1 and d2, so we will get this equation. So and only unknown is REL, means at different radius we need to find the stress induces. Okay, so here at radius is equal to 10 mm, means diameter is 20 here, radial stress is 0 here, because R is 10 means 10 by 10 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, so that's why radial stress is 0. Means at different R values, at R equal to 10, R equal to 15, R equal to 20, you go on substituting the value of R, then you will get the value of sigma R at different radius. That is, at R equal to 15, sigma R is minus 28, at R equal to 20, sigma R is minus 38. Same for sigma T. Sigma T is equation is given by P into d2 square divided by d2 square minus d1 square into the bracket 1 plus d1 square by 4r square. So it is equal to minus 51.28 into bracket 1 plus 10 by r whole square. So if you simplify, means if you substitute the value of d1 and d2 and p value, so you will get this equation. So again, at different radius, you just substitute r equal to r value, means at 10 sigma t value is minus 103, at 15 sigma t value is minus 74, at 20 sigma t value is minus 64. So similarly for the stress induced in this jacket. So sigma r and sigma t. So this is the equations. Okay, p into d2 square by d3 square minus d2 square, d3 square by 4r square minus 1. So again substitute d1, d2 and d3 and p values. So and at different values of r, that is at r equal 20, 25 and 30, find the sigma r and sigma t values. So once you find these values, means sigma r and sigma t at different radius. So this is due to sinkage pressure. This is due to sinkage pressure. So next is we need to find the sigma r and sigma t due to internal pressure. So this is the sinkage pressure distribution. So here you can see. So this is the sinkage pressure distribution, that is radial stress due to sinkage pressure, and this is the tangential stress due to sinkage pressure. It is the graph is shown. Next is stress induced due to internal pressure, that is Pi is equal to 300 Newton per mm square. Again, so sigma r and sigma t is given by these equations because of internal pressure at any radius. Okay, for cylinder, just you go on putting the r value, that is at 10, 15, 20, again 25 and 30, that is for cylinder and jacket. So you will get sigma r values and sigma t values, and this graph is shown here. So this is radial stress. So this is radial stress. It varies from minus 300 to 0, and this is the tangential stress, varies from 375 to 75, and ultimately we make addition of both. So radial stress, this is because of, this line indicates because of internal pressure. So this stress is because of the shrinkage pressure. Make addition of both. This is the resultant radial stress. So 300 minus 300 plus 0 is minus 300, minus 112 plus minus 28 means it is minus 140, so on. So these are the resultant radial stresses, and similarly tangential stress. So this is 375. These stresses are due to internal pressure, and these stresses are due to shrinkage pressure. So again make addition of both. 375 minus 103, it is 272. 187 minus 74, it is 113. So this is the resultant tangential stress. So here you can show the graph. So this is the resultant radial stress distribution, that is maximum at the inner surface, that is 300, and minimum at the, means it is a compressive nature, means it is a minus 300 to 0, and tangential stress is 272 at inner surface, and it is the 137 at the outer surface. Again this is the same problem. Same type of problem it is again. A tube with 50 mm and 75 mm as inner and outer diameters respectively is reinforced by shrinking a jacket with an outer diameter of 100 mm. The compound tube is withstand an internal pressure of 30 megapascal. The shrinkage allowance is such that the maximum tangential stress in each tube has same magnitude. Means, so let us read once again. A tube with 50 mm and 75 mm as inner and outer diameter. That means this is D1, this is D2. D1 is 50, D2 is 75, and is reinforced by shrinking a jacket with an outer diameter is 100 mm. Means D3 is 100 mm. The compound tube is to withstand with an internal pressure. This is internal pressure 35 megapascal. The shrinkage allowance is such that its maximum tangential stress in each tube has same magnitude. Means sigma T value, maximum sigma T value in both cylinder and jacket, it should be equal. That is, this is the condition given. Calculate the shrinkage pressure, original dimensions of the tubes. Show the distribution of tangential stresses. Assume E is equal to 207 kilo Newton per mm square. So this is the given data. D1, D2, D3, 50, 75 and 100 mm. E, Young's modulus is given 207 kilo Newton per mm square. Internal pressure is given 35 MPa, 35 megapascal. Okay, so let us see the problem. So sigma T is maximum in each cylinder is same. By using this condition, so we have to find the first shrinkage pressure. Internal pressure is given, D1 is given, internal pressure is Pi equal to 35 megapascal, D1 is 50 mm, D2 is 75 mm, D3 is 100 mm, and Young's modulus E is equal to 207 kilo Newton per mm square. And also we need to find the dimensions. Okay, dimensions of the jacket. Let us solve the problem. So stress due to internal pressure. Stress due to internal pressure, that is, so it is given by so sigma T value is value for both cylinder and jacket. So means at different radius. So Pi into D1 square divided by D3 square minus D1 square into the bracket D3 square by 4R square plus 1. So this stress due to internal pressure for cylinder and jacket at different radius. So this is the formula, already we know this. So substitute the value of R, that is 25, you will get 58.35. Next at 37.5 means 37.5 means at the outer diameter of the inner cylinder, 32.42 MPa, and for jacket it is 32.42 and 23.34 megapascal. So this is the tangential stress due to internal pressure. And next, stress due to shrinkage pressure. Stress due to shrinkage pressure for cylinder is given by P into D2 upon, so tangential stress for cylinder and jacket is different due to the shrinkage pressure. You should need to keep in mind of these two formula, change in these two formula. Okay, so sigma T is equal to P into D2 square upon D2 square minus D1 square into bracket 1 plus d1 square by 4r square. So again, if you substitute all the values, so here p is unknown here, and r is keep as it is, and p is unknown at r equal to 25. So find the sigma t value. Sigma t value will be in terms of p only, because p is unknown here. And at 37.5, and again for jacket, by using this formula again, so at r equal to 37.5 sigma t value, and at r equal to 50 sigma t value. So here in the problem, one important condition is given. So what is given is maximum tangential stress in each cylinder is same. So maximum tangential stress in each cylinder is same. So maximum tangential stress in case of the cylinder is given by resultant stress at the inner surface of the cylinder. That is, for cylinder it is 58.35 plus it will be minus 3.6 p, and for jacket it is 32.42 plus 3.57 p. So summation of these two should be equal, like maximum tangential stress in both tubes means in both cylinder and the jacket is same in magnitude, that is 58.35 minus 3.6 p equal to 32.42 plus 3.57 p. So if you simplify this equation, you will get shrinkage pressure is equal to 3.62 megapascal. So again, in the problem it is asked to draw the tangential stress distribution. Original dimensions also we need to find and show the distribution of tangential stresses. So this is the tangential stresses because of internal pressure, and this is the tangential stresses because of the shrinkage pressure. So just it is we got the at different radius we got the shrinkage pressure stress due to shrinkage pressure in terms of p. So you just substitute the value of p, so you will get the actual values. Okay, make addition of these both, means 58.35 minus 13.03, it is 45.34. So like make addition of both, so you will get this values. So you just draw the graph. This is a tube, this is a jacket. So here you can see, so at inner surface to the outer surface, at inner surface stress is 45.34 or 45.32 megapascal. At outer surface it is 32.64 MPa. So 45.34, next 23, next is 45.34, next is 32.64 MPa megapascal. So this is the tangential stress distribution for the compound cylinder. Next, again we need to find the original dimensions of the tube. So if you want to find the original dimensions, first you need to find the deformation. So this is already explained, this type of calculations. So find the delta value, and then inner diameter of the jacket should be equal to d2 minus delta. So d2 value is how much it is? D2 value is given in the problem, it is 75 mm. D2 is equal to 75 mm. So that's why, so inner diameter of jacket before assembly, so it is equal to 75 minus delta, 75 minus 0.0081. So this is equal to 74.9919 mm. So these are the problems on the thick cylinders. So if you have any doubts, so these problems are explained in the lecture also. So I have conducted the actual lecture in the classroom before in some exam. So this is again I am sharing with you to make you more clear. So thank you for watching this video. So if you have any doubts, so you can most welcome.